Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. Tune in for a vibrant mix of fashion, finance, and life's essential foundations. Join us for expert interviews, insightful discussions, and empowering insights to elevate your lifestyle. From fashion trends to financial tips and personal growth strategies, we've got you covered. So grab your headphones and get ready to be inspired. Tune in now to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show and embark on this exciting journey with us.
Welcome, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, Marie Antoinette Waite, and I am so excited because I am live here in the studio of KCAA Radio, and it is beautiful. It's amazing how they have set up everything here in the studio. I do have my co-host here, who is our radio producer, Ken Powell. Hi, Ken.
Hey, it's nice to be here with you, Marie.
Yes, it's been a while since I've
7 years. No, it hasn't been that long, but you've been on the air for 7 years.
Yes, we were just talking about that today and how it all started with Fabulous Lifestyle. And do you still remember, Ken, when you first called me?
Yes, I do.
You want to share a little bit of the history?
Well, Marie is quite an active individual in the community, and she does a lot of things. And so one of the things I did is she was on a show, and I said, hey, you would be great on a show. And she said, remember you said, oh, no, I really can't do that.
Yeah, I said, I'm not a radio host. What are you
I'm
talking
not a
about?
radio host. I work behind the scenes, and that was 7 years ago. So she's been very active as a host, and she's been a guest, and she has a tremendous company that basically helps people with their branding, right?
Yes.
And she's helped a lot of people transition from not being radio personalities to actual radio personalities.
Yes, I remember we brought in Kim Yater.
Kim Yater,
Yeah.
who's a big-time Republican peep.
Yes, and she's
then-
got her own radio show now.
Yes, in San Diego. And then the gal in Chicago, what's her name?
Is it Sherry? Oh, Martha Razzo.
Martha Raz.
Martha started also here.
She
in
started
KC.
here as well. And then Cornelius.
Yes, Cornelius.
He's
also-
still on the air.
Oh, wow.
He's on Saturdays.
Well, I remember we had Steve Matley also. He had
Steve
his own-
Madley, there's another one. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people you've actually got on the radio. It's amazing when you think about it. And all this time you didn't want to be on the radio.
Yeah, I didn't know it's been 7 years, Ken.
7
But
years.
I am so grateful for all of it because of you. I mean, you opened up the door for me, and from then on, I mean, I brought a lot of people here, and they had a blast. They brought a lot of good information to our audience and listeners, and it's been great. Even Teresa Lawrence from Wyoming.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I think one of the misconceptions people have is really our radio station is more of a live streaming platform because you can go on the internet, kcaaradio.com, and listen to the show. And quite frankly, we have listeners all around the world, and we have listeners all over the United States, as well as Southern and Northern California. And people don't really recognize it. They just think, oh, you're just a little local radio station. Well, we only get 15,000 people listening every day. But hey, but we also get literally thousands of people all over the world.
Well, KCAA is streaming over 15 streaming channels, and it's covering over 5 million households in the greater Los Angeles.
Exactly.
And it has, 2 stations, then 50 AM and 106.5 FM. I mean, it's a pretty good radio station, and it's been running for over 20 plus years. So I am, very happy to be a part of KCAA Radio Network. And to be honest with you, Fabulous Lifestyle, we had a lot of fun creating this show because we started with all kinds of topic like food, fashion, and finance, right?
Exactly.
Remember that?
Yes,
you started
yes.
with the 3 words, and then when Kim Yater came in, she said, let's add foundation.
Foundation, yes,
And we added
yes.
foundation. And then from then on, I started adding more, like we added fun, freedom.
Oh, it's amazing how
like
many F's you can
fitness.
come up with.
Everything that starts with letter F, right? But there's one word that I was thinking about, Ken, and this is why I wanted to go live, is the word fate. We've never really...
Faith? Yes. No, we haven't really covered that
Yeah,
one.
we've never really covered it. And the reason why I wanted to, include that is because of our topic today. I want to talk about the topic of legacy,
Well, that doesn't start with an F.
Well, you'll see why.
Oh,
why I
okay,
started with
okay, all right.
But the topic is legacy, but it relates to fate.
Well,
Okay?
yeah, you have to,
So I wanted to just share with you the other night I run into watching this movie, and this movie gave me a little bit of different perspective about life, because in this movie, this lady has this natural beauty, and
Right.
she ended up being famous and so well connected and did a lot of accomplishments, very creative in solving solutions, and at the end she ended up dying alone. And I felt like, okay, all right, she died alone, but what was the legacy that she left for all the things that she had done? And one more thing is that I got to know this lady too that passed away. And she passed away at the age of 90, and I started thinking, okay, she lived 90 years of her life, and what I know is she's such a sweet lady and kind, and I got to see her on her last few days, and she's got some sickness, lung problems and things like, but you can see her complaining, you can see her, she's always smiling, and you cannot really see any kind of hate or anger in her smile or face. She was just going through the sickness, but she was always sweet and happy. And I think if you think about it, 90 years of living, what did she do? And you start thinking about the legacy, right?
Oh, absolutely. And one of the great things is, Marie, is it seems that happy people live longer than unhappy people. Have you noticed that?
I'm sure, because,
I mean, look at all those movie stars and rock stars and musicians all kill themselves, through drug usage or suicide or any of those kind of things. Why? Here you are, you have everything. You have a big giant home in Malibu. Everybody in the world knows who you are. You travel the world. You have fun. At least I used to think you had fun. And then you want to throw it all away at the age of 25.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Well, today I wanted to let you know that I have a guest. And my guest is actually my mom. And her name is Patricia Gonzalez Ratcliffe. And she is sitting right next to me right now. And, the reason why I asked her to be my guest is because it relates to the legacy of my family in regards to my grandfather, who was the founder of karate in the Philippines. And my dad and my uncle made over 100 karate movies. And my mom is the first female black belter, who is the only female during that time when she started learning karate.
Okay, well, we're going to have to warn all the people outside that, all the little criminals that try to steal purses, not to mess with her. Because that could cause them some real grief, and we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, so, Mom, you want to say hi to everyone?
Hi, hello. I'm Patricia Ratcliffe. This is my first time to be here. And I was surprised because my daughter kidnapped me in the church. She picked me up there and she never told me that I'm going to be here. And I was shocked. But, my personality is I never surrender. I never give up. It's my pleasure to be here and to be interviewed by my own daughter.
Well, thank you, Mom, for letting me kidnap you from the church.
And she's still trying to get over it right now. I mean,
Well,
a little bit of anxiety.
Well, we brought you donuts, right?
That's right. That's
Church
right.
gave us a lot of donuts to bring here at the studio.
Yeah, so if you need to, you can call us. You can call us up and share your experience, and we'll send you a donut.
Yeah, the number is 909-383-1000 if you won't have any questions for us. But we will have a lot of great talk about legacy. And I want to ask you, Mom, first of all, in terms of my grandfather who started the karate, I mean, what did you think of his legacy that he left? Because I know there were so many students here in United States that came to me and was very honored to meet me because of what they learned from my grandfather. And so obviously the legacy is still existing up to this time.
Yeah, as far as I know, your grandfather is the father of karate in the Philippines. He was the one who built up and introduced karate in the Philippines. And I was so lucky that I was enrolled to his gym, you know.
And you learned everything from him.
At that time, I was hesitant to enroll because everybody, like the women in the Philippines, they are very weak and they are very conservative. They don't want any sport of a man. And they told me, why are you gonna enroll in a sport? It's so hard. It's a sport of a man. But me, I'm a person, I never give up. I want to show them that the men, whatever they can do, the women can do too. So I enroll. I try my best to be the best. And my father-in-law, okay, but at the time, it's not my father-in-law yet, okay, Mr. Latino Gonzalez, I think he was saying to me that I'm a very, what do you call this, a very strong person. So at that time, there's no women that was enrolled in that gym. Nobody wants to. So when I was there already, and if there's a lot of people coming up and looking and, you know, and he will ask me like this, Patricia, can you come here and show them how to perform in karate? I never hesitate to show my talent. So I do it. I did it. I do all the punching and everything. And they were all surprised. And that's the time the gym Latino Gonzalez become popular.
Okay.
Because of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so you learned a lot from my grandfather, and then that's where you met my dad too, right?
Yeah, I met your dad there. But before we got married, I went to Japan first.
Okay. So let's continue this conversation. We're going to take a commercial break. This is Marie Waite here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. We'll be right back.
Unlock the power within you with Who Do You Think You Are? Delve into the art of personal branding and craft a legacy that leaves an indelible mark on the world. Learn from real-life experiences and actionable insights, empowering you to become a leader in your field. Get your copy now and embark on the journey to unleash your true potential. Now available on Amazon.
Looking to attract your target market without soliciting or doing the cold calling? Call Marie Waite and book your consultation. Branding gives you the power to create a unique and classy perception of your business for your target audience. A marketing plan without the right branding will always cost more, take longer, and tend to deliver subpar results compared to a well-branded business. Marie Waite is a branding strategist who formulates effective marketing and media programs to promote your business in building your name, brand, and legacy. Marie has over 10 years of experience and a proven record of creating strong brand content for business owners, entrepreneurs, and companies using her creative ideas, recommendations, and innovative programs. Book now at mariewaite.com or call her at 951-378-5316.
In Karate Legacy and the Power Within, we don't just teach karate techniques, we share the inspiring stories of incredible martial artists. Latino Gonzalez, the father of karate, paved the way for martial arts in the Philippines. His legacy lives on through his sons, Rolando and Roberto Gonzalez, who starred in over 100 Philippine karate movies, captivating audiences and bringing karate to the silver screen. Then we have Patricia Gonzalez, a symbol of strength and resilience. After overcoming her own battles, Patricia's journey embodies the spirit of perseverance. Her story encourages us to face our challenges head-on and emerge victorious. Each character in this book has a unique journey, friends and students who who have dedicated their lives to mastering the art of karate. Their shared passion not only deepens their bond, but also strengthens their resolve to uplift one another. Through these compelling stories, Karate Legacy and the Power Within reveals the essence of karate: courage, unity, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Join us in celebrating these extraordinary individuals and discover the strength that lies within you. Grab your copy of Karate Legacy and the Power Within, available now on Amazon.
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, Marie Antoinette Waite, and earlier we were talking to my mother, Patricia Gonzalez Ratcliffe, and sharing her experience with my grandfather learning karate. And I was, pointing out what was the legacy for my grandfather and my mom being the first female black belter here. And Ken, from what my mom shared, I know you probably have your own legacy too. What do you think about that?
Oh, I think it's fantastic. And I went to an event that you actually hosted in San Diego with a lot of your special people that are trainers. And your mom, she made me buy the book. Otherwise,
yes.
she was gonna chop me. No, but yeah, she goes door to door selling the book. So if you have a neighborhood and you want to learn, your kids want to learn about karate, just go ahead and call Marie up, and she'll hook you up with her mother, who will go door to door in the neighborhood to make sure all the kids get to learn karate from a professional.
Well, he's talking about the book, which is called The Karate Legacy and the Power Within. This book talks about the history of my family in starting karate in the Philippines and their experience using their skills and how they have become the community leader. And at the same time, I don't know if you knew that I also put together an online course.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yes, I have now.
So is it in tennis? Are you teaching tennis?
No, it's
or?
karate.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
an online course for karate. It's called the Karate Mastery for Leadership.
And every kid or every parent should take that class.
Yes, and actually it's a really good idea for a parent and their kids to learn from home, and they can learn it together. And then I have an instructor that will also review what they're learning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Online.
Online.
Oh, this online thing is just getting crazy, don't you think?
Well-
we used to have to physically show up someplace and do it. Now, it's.
Well, I think it's still good to be in
yeah,
person
absolutely.
and to be in the gym, because you need to have contact with another person when you're practicing karate. But in this case, if the mother is or the father is busy and they can take the kids to the karate gym, they can learn it from home and they can learn it step by step.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is that it's good to take the class before they go to an actual live karate studio, because they'll have some background.
Yes.
And one of the great things about karate, and I recognized that when I took karate, I was a little older than all the other kids. They all beat me up, but that doesn't matter. I was 25, and they were like 12. But they were black belts. I think I got to yellow belt. But the point is that they teach respect. And I think a lot of the kids nowadays need a teacher to teach respect. And the second thing is not to be violent on purpose, but only for self-defense. Yeah. It's incredible. We are not teaching those skills. And so now we have to go to the Philippines and take your online course to learn how to do
You
that.
don't have to go to the Philippines for that.
But if you did, you could.
Yeah, you could. But my mom is here, and she learned. She's a black belter. So, Mom, for you, what was the main thing that you really loved about karate?
He's right. Okay. Number one is respect to your fellow, And in karate, I learned that if you want to have or I want to achieve something, don't give up and just go for it. That's what I did. That's the reason why I got this black belter. I didn't stop. I did the best that I can. So I got my first black belter in the Philippines. And that is a history already. Lots of them follow up now.
Yeah, and I believe that you were the first female that did a national exhibition on television, right?
Television and in Subic Bay, many places. And then when I was in Japan, one of the Japanese girls there told me that, do you know that you have a picture in that, you know, Yamaguchi is the father of karate in Japan. So I went there. And then I saw my picture there.
Wow.
Wow, that is amazing too.
And then I played with Yamaguchi. And then I met Oyama, the one who break the bull.
Well, you went to Japan for 2 years. I mean, that was like when? When was that? That was early
1964.
1964. I mean,
63,
for
64.
someone to travel all the way down to Japan as a woman, I think it's a lot of courage to do that too, because,
Oh, yeah.
you know, at that time, it's probably not easy to just travel.
I love to. I love to meet some people, you know.
You sound like Marie.
She's a social butterfly like me.
Is that where you got that from Marie?
Yes.
You like to
I think so.
travel and meet people, and you're extremely happy. And I think that's the biggest
Yeah.
thing that older people are having a problem with is they think about isolation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think about what they've contributed. They say, oh, well, I didn't do anything. So they have no legacy, which is, I guess, what we're talking about today, right?
Well, yes. So, talking about legacy, Mom, I know that you did a lot of things in the Philippines, and I would say that that's part of your legacy, because I remember you helped some of the schools, public schools,
Yeah.
in regards to raising capital so they can rebuild those schools.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that, because, you know, you have to go talk to the city officials.
As I told you, I never stop. I want to do it. So I need to talk to the mayor of Makati. And I told him that I want to build the school in, the elementary school in somewhere in J.B. Rojas, because it was pending for a long time. And every time there's typhoon and everything, the flood is,
It's getting flooded.
And mayor told me, is that so? Yeah. If you don't want to build it, I'm going to go to another people, in rich people. And Mayor Yabot told me, no, you can't do that. I'm going to take over on that because Makati is rich. We are not poor. So that's the time that
You were able to get his
they
attention.
were able to build the building up to third floor, fourth floor.
So, talking about legacy again, my mom used her way of persistence and talking to the right people, making sure that whatever she committed to doing, she did. And I know that even up to now, when my mom goes back to the Philippines, those people in the Philippines were very, very grateful of what my mom did for them. And so for me, as far as legacy, what is my legacy? What is your legacy? What's everybody's legacy, right? Because if we were talking about someone dying and you think about it, and I tried to put myself in that position, what have I done so far? I mean, next week is going to be my birthday, Ken, right?
Oh, yeah. Big party. The diamond one. The diamond
So,
one. So you guys look up diamonds and you'll see how many years old she is.
Yeah, so when you go through celebrating your birthday, you started thinking, what have you accomplished in the last 50, 60, 70 years, right? And I look back and I look at all the projects that I have done. Just for example, the TV reality show for Real Men of Real Estate.
Right.
Is that project could be called a legacy? And I started thinking, what is in it that I could consider it as part of the legacy? And I would say that when I brought in Eric Campbell, Brian Fox, and Gustavo Niero in that episode, I realized that these guys were sharing information that is not just business, but they're also sharing how to balance life. And that's what they were, sharing to the audience, that, business is business, but when you have to deal with family and making time for your family. You have to include that as part of your business, and that's what they shared in the episode.
Well, yeah, I think that's important, but I think one of the things that people are always chasing after dollar bills, when the bottom line is, once you have those dollar bills, if you don't have your health, what are you? And I think that's the most important thing about legacy. If you start thinking about, I need to be around, I need to record my life for my family, that is absolutely critical. And you used to not be able to do that. Now you can open up Facebook Live and record everything about your family, right? And you can come to the radio station here, you can call Marie, and she'll set something up for you. But live streaming is now becoming very popular. And I think people have realized that really rich people are very poor when it comes to happiness. I mean, look at all this stuff with all these people being indicted over this or that, the other thing, all millionaires and billionaires. But we don't hear the simple stories of people who enjoy their life and how they can share their life with others. And I think we've lost that. We've lost that connection. And we need to really create that connection. That's one of the great things you do, Marie, is you bring a lot of people together, even if they don't want to, and then they share, and then they're all excited. They go, man, I'm glad I went to Marie's thing. She forced me to do it, but here I am. I love all these people. And that's how I met your mom.
Anyway, well, we're going to go take a commercial break here, and we will be right back here on the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. This is Marie Waite, and don't go away.
Looking to attract your target market without soliciting or doing the cold calling? Call Marie Waite and book your consultation. Branding gives you the power to create a unique and classy perception of your business for your target audience. A marketing plan without the right branding will always cost more, take longer, and tend to deliver subpar results compared to a well-branded business. Marie Waite is a branding strategist who formulates effective marketing and media programs to promote your business in building your name, brand, and legacy. Marie has over 10 years of experience and a proven record of creating strong brand content for business owners, entrepreneurs, and companies using her creative ideas, recommendations, and innovative programs. Book now at mariewaite.com or call her at 951-378-5316.
I'm Glenn Morshower. My face may look familiar to you from lots and lots of TV and film over the last 50 years. We're doing speaker training together, and we're excited about helping you. We've got a lot of fundamentals that we will cover, including the art of playfulness, knowing who you are, remembering tonality, posture, all of these things that are life-changing. They are significant not only in your professional world, but in your personal life as well. We look forward to working with you in the near future.
In Karate Legacy and the Power Within, we don't just teach karate techniques, we share the inspiring stories of incredible martial artists. Latino Gonzalez, the father of karate, paved the way for martial arts in the Philippines. His legacy lives on through his sons, Rolando and Roberto Gonzalez, who starred in over 100 Philippine karate movies, captivating audiences and bringing karate to the silver screen. Then we have Patricia Gonzalez, a symbol of strength and resilience. After overcoming her own battles, Patricia's journey embodies the spirit of perseverance. Her story encourages us to face our challenges head-on and emerge victorious. Each character in this book has a unique journey, friends and students who have dedicated their lives to mastering the art of karate. Their shared passion not only deepens their bond, but also strengthens their resolve to uplift one another. Through these compelling stories, Karate Legacy and the Power Within reveals the essence of karate: courage, unity, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Join us in celebrating these extraordinary individuals and discover the strength that lies within you. Grab your copy of Karate Legacy and the Power Within, available now on Amazon.
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, Marie Antoinette Waite. Such a great conversation with Ken and my mother, Patricia Gonzalez Ratcliffe. Well, when you wake up in the morning, do you ever ask yourself, do you exist for a purpose? I mean, is there something that you have to do based on God's plan for you? Because there are times that in the morning I would ask myself, where am I going? I mean, where are you directing me, God? You know, in terms of what I have to do for you, for your plans. And sometimes I question, because we all make, you know, decisions, and sometimes they're good and sometimes they're bad. But at the same time, I think God always tried to direct us correctly to where we need to go, that we can say that, you know, we are leaving a good legacy for the people that we leave behind.
It's interesting you should say that, because that's exactly what I think, is that God lays out the path. Just follow the path. But no, not us. We have to get off on the next detour, because we want to get around all the obstacles that God has put in our way to accomplish things. And I always think about the story about what's his name, with the fish, you know. Come on, help me out.
Peter,
No.
the fisherman.
Yeah, no, where he ran away from his people. He says, "Oh, I can't help these people." It's blank in the whale. Oh, jeez.
Anyway.
Yeah,
well,
but anyway, the point
yeah.
is this: is that we run away from our successes. Have you found that to be true, Marie?
I think
A lot of people you work with.
I think when you are afraid and you don't know what to expect, sometimes fear is always been, you know, more powerful for people to embrace, rather than just, you know, take the risk and just, you know, be excited about the unknown. And I think for most of the things that I have done, especially with you, with the radio show, for example, you know, I was, when he called me, I didn't really know anything about radio show, but because
other than you didn't want to host one, you didn't mind being a
I was
guest.
afraid to be on camera or just talking on the radio, because of course I have my own insecurities, right? But because I felt like this is something new to me, and I was thinking about not just for me, but for the other people that I want to bring into the radio show who could really benefit from it. That's how I looked at the whole program and saying yes to you, Ken, because it wasn't just about me. I thought about the other people that could use and benefit the program.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was Jonah and the whale.
Jonah and okay.
Yeah, all the little kids
Jonas.
learn this story, and what we do is we defeat the little kids by telling, "Oh, well, it was a fictional. Don't believe." And it turned out actually they found a whale that actually ate somebody and spit them out, because we don't taste good. Humans don't taste good. So it was interesting, though, that has actually been proven that a whale could ingest a human being. So
Okay.
yeah, always new stuff. You'll see, when you listen to this radio show, you're not going to just get a bunch of the same old stuff. We're not going to be talking about everything else that everybody else is talking about. We look at legacy entirely different than you may have thought yourself. And you think of legacy as being somebody famous. Well, guess what? In your family, you're very famous, right?
Yes. Do you remember? So this mug that I have printed, it says, "Always be at your best because you are the best." And I think everybody should think that way.
Okay, well, how much is that? I'm just teasing. I'm surprised your mom didn't pick it up and say, "Okay, this is for sale," and then I'll throw in the book for $25.
Well, you know, I have watched my mom on how she deals with people, you know. And one thing that I remember she told me is that, "Marie, every person that I meet is beautiful. And whether how they are, you know, personality-wise, different characters, she always looked at each person as a beautiful person."
That's because she's looking at the inside, not the outside.
Yes.
We spend all our time looking at the outside and saying, "Oh, I want to be with that person." And then you realize the inside is not what you want. You don't want to be with that person. You never really did. And one of the things I want to point out is that I appreciate, you know, black families here in America have massive family reunions. They have like 200, 300, 400, 500 people. They're all wearing shirts. They're all exclaiming how important it is to be part of a family. And yet, a lot of us, we don't really realize that. And so you could learn a lot from blacks in America, because they really are about the family reunion. And the family reunion is really, really critical.
Well, it's similar to Filipinos, to Mexican, Latinos. They're all about families too. So it just depends on the culture,
Oh,
Ken.
no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those cultures, but I come from a culture where everything is isolated. We don't want to be around people. We make judgments about people without really knowing who they are. And I think, especially with the internet the way it is we're becoming more and more isolated. And we're losing that family connection, which I think is critical.
Well, I am glad that my mom showed me how to look at people in a different way, because if not, it's been hard for me to connect with people. You know?
You're kidding
I
me.
mean, seriously. I mean, I love, like, just putting together my birthday party. And I was going through the list of people. I mean, they're very diverse. And
all 500 of them, or was it 1,000?
Well, whoever wants to come. But I only...
Don't tell them where it is, because you're going to get a bunch of people coming to your
I'm
birthday
already
party.
in trouble with them because I have so many people already coming. But I am so grateful to have all these connections in business and in life. I did have some ups and downs with my relationship. If I look back, there are some relationships that I let go, and there are some relationships that I gained, and there are new relationships. But here's one thing I would say for the relationships that I have let go, is that they were part of my life, and they will still be in my heart no matter what.
Oh, yeah, you carry them.
They were part of my life that made me who I am. And that's something that they need to know, that even if we're not in connection anymore, I still do think about them, and, I love them from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, I mean, you're awesome that way. And a lot of people, I go to a party and they say, well, how long have you been married? I tell them, I've been married 28 years. And they go, wow, that's a long time. That's really good. Yeah, but it took 3 women to do it. So, that's kind of what you're talking about, is that in certain stages of your life, certain women are better for you, or certain men are better for you. And then you have to move on, especially if you outgrow them.
Yeah. Well, so there are people that are very lucky to meet their soulmate right in the beginning of their, of their life. And some people are not so lucky with, meeting the right person. But you learn from it. Again, regardless of the situation, they were still part of your life, and there were some good times and bad times in there. And it is what the journey is. And you learn from it.
And that's how you create a legacy. You can't create a legacy if you've never done anything. So, you know what I'm saying? If you just sit at home and watch TV all day long, and which a lot of people in their late 70s are starting to do, they got to get off the couch. They got to make things happen. Look at your mom. Okay, she's doing radio interviews and writing books. I mean, come on.
Mom, what do you say? What do you think about it?
It's great.
Close.
Yeah, it's great to be here, And I will add for those conversation between you and that.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, for God. God created all of us equally and pretty.
And pretty. I love that.
Beautiful.
Did you hear that?
Everything God created is so awesome and beautiful. So I love people. I love everybody.
There you go.
Yeah, God creates a sculpture of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so do you want your sculpture to be beautiful, i.e. lots of relationships with lots of different
Yeah.
people? Because even the bad relationships generate good ideas and good feelings about certain things. And some of the good relationships generate some bad stuff too. So
It actually changes you in a good way, too.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what we're really talking about right, in terms of legacy, right?
Yes.
So my question to you is, if somebody was to call up right now, would you help them publish their own book, like the karate book? I mean, how many books do you got? You got, what, 4?
Well, I have this book that I published called Who Do You Think You Are, which is perfect for the people that are, trying to understand who they are. And it's a great branding book. And they can learn a lot about respect, integrity. They can learn about how to communicate effectively with people and how to deal with their team, how to influence them, how to encourage them, motivate them. There's a lot of good things in this book that I really enjoy. And also in the back of the book, there's a lot of testimonials from the people that I work with. I know it's a lot of testimonials, but I felt like they're good stories that people can learn from. It's not because I'm bragging about all these people giving me testimonials, but because I think there are a lot of insights there that they can learn on how they can improve their relationship with other people too. So I'm very grateful for all the ones that have given me testimonials. I've only asked for it for in less than 2 weeks. I've got over 100 testimonials. So it was really interesting, but I was very happy to know where everybody is with their relationship with me, and I was so happy to read some of those testimonials.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And see, the thing is this, is that if you're a grandparent out there, a great-grandparent, because now we've got great-grandparents. Normally people, grandparents, the great-grandparent would have never existed because they would have died. I mean, we're living a lot longer. Some of us are going to live to, over here.
Yeah.
She's going to live to about 120 years old. She's going to be burying me, but that's a whole nother story. So the idea is this, is that create a relationship with your grandkids, your nephews. Those kids need your stories. And what they can do for you is that they can record those studio stories because they have access to the internet. They've got Facebook, they got Instagram. They have all of these things that they could share with you and make you a better storyteller.
Yeah, I remember this lady I met. She actually published a book about all her stories to give it to her grandkids. We're going to take a commercial break. This is Marie Waite here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. We'll be right back.
Unlock the power within you with Who Do You Think You Are? Delve into the art of personal branding and craft a legacy that leaves an indelible mark on the world. Learn from real-life experiences and actionable insights, empowering you to become a leader in your field. Get your copy now and embark on the journey to unleash your true potential. Now available on Amazon.
Looking to attract your target market without soliciting or doing the cold calling? Call Marie Waite and book your consultation. Branding gives you the power to create a unique and classy perception of your business for your target audience. A marketing plan without the right branding will always cost more, take longer, and tend to deliver subpar results compared to a well-branded business. Marie Waite is a branding strategist who formulates effective marketing and media programs to promote your business in building your name, brand, and legacy. Marie has over 10 years of experience and a proven record of creating strong brand content for business owners, entrepreneurs, and companies using her creative ideas, recommendations, and innovative programs. Book now at mariewaite.com or call her at 951-378-5316.
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. We had such a great conversation with Ken and my mother, Patricia Gonzalez Ratcliffe, about legacy and some of the fun stories in regards to building your legacy. Anyway, Ken, in regards going back to legacy again, we are talking to my mom about what she has experienced and what she built. What about you? You were in the financial industry for so many years. What was the legacy there for you?
Well, it basically taught me, actually I started at age 13. Okay, so I decided I was going to be a stock trader. So my mom took me down to Payne Weber, met my broker. He signed my mom up because at that age you can't trade. Though I did because my mom gave me permission, right? Or whatever. And so then from there, I said, when I graduated from college, I said, what should I be? I said, I should be a stockbroker. So that's exactly what I did. I went to Merrill Lynch. They hired me right away. They sent me to New York for, 4 months for training, teaching me everything there is to know. And I came back and I had a successful career at Merrill Lynch. And then I moved over to Payne Weber. And Payne Weber had the radio show at that time. It was KPRO, AM 1440. I'll always remember it. We used to give the stock quotes every single day. So this one guy was doing it. And then he said, you know what? I'm getting tired of this. Hey, Ken, you're a speech comm guy. Why don't you take over and give the stock quotes? I said, heck yes. Heck yes. He had asked 3 other people to do it. And They all said, no, I don't want to be on that. You got to waste time, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here I am giving the stock quotes. I get a call from the station manager, and he says, we need you on the weekends on Sunday from 1 to 2. I said, what? Yeah, we want a finance show. So put together a finance show. You start this Sunday. I go, what? And that's how I got my start in radio.
Wow.
So I've been all around Southern California and also up into the Central Valley, have either producing a radio show or being on a radio show. And the great thing about radio is I have a face for radio. So people would dream. I had this one gal call up and she goes, I dream about you. You're probably like 6'2", 180 pounds, buff. I said, yeah, that's me. That's me, all right. And then she came to an appointment. She goes, oh, man, my prince turned into a frog. But it's a good thing the frog knows everything about investing. So, yeah. So this is a different business now. Because of YouTube and live streaming, now your face is out there. So love your face because nobody else is going to love it as much as you. And the negativity on the internet kind of bothers me a little bit on the social media. But in terms of communicating with the people you want to communicate with, nothing is better actually than this station, because this station was the first station actually to do live streaming before live streaming was even a word.
It's interesting that you have over 15 streaming channels connected to this radio station.
I mean, where else can you get that?
Yeah, I know. I totally understand the value of that. But here's the thing, Ken. I mean, how many years of that in the financial industry were you in?
Between the three, probably 15 years.
15 years. And in that 15 years, was that something that you think that you made a really good impact on people's lives?
Yes. In fact, the teacher's retirement plan in Riverside County was one of my clients. I had a lot of hospitals that were clients. I actually, this is a cute little story, is that the city of Colton wanted me to make a presentation, but they warned me that everybody in the auto department spoke Spanish. And I said, well, I don't speak Spanish. Well, get somebody. So I go in my office, I find the one guy who has a Spanish surname, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, hey, you and I are going to make this presentation. He gets there and he says, I don't speak Spanish. I said, you got to be kidding me. Well, your name is Spanish. He goes, yeah, our family hasn't spoke Spanish in 100 years. I go, oh my God.
Okay. Well,
so anyway, there's a lot of cute stories like that, but the bottom line is, yes, I helped literally thousands of people get into retirement accounts.
Okay. All right. Well, Mom, what about you? Do you feel like, for being a black belter and you're now in your 80s, right? I'm not going to reveal exactly how old you are because I know everybody thinks that you're younger than that. But what do you think about your legacy? I mean, are you happy with what you have done in life?
Of course, I'm happy for that because not everybody has legacy on their life. So what I achieved in my life, I was very proud of it because I break the belief of those women at that time that women are very weak, not me.
Yeah, so you wanted to prove to women that you can't be weak. You can be strong.
You can break
as strong
belief
as
they are weak. Whatever men can do, the women can do too. That's my motto.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad to hear that. What about your relationships with everyone in the church? I know you...
Oh, I love them all. I told you, God created us. We are equally. I don't even look at the people that they are higher than me. We are all equal. So I have no this fear. Even the President of the United States, I can talk with him. Even in the Philippines.
See, that's where Marie gets this
because
ability to go up to anybody and talk to them. Yeah.
Well, I did talk to a lot of people that are high power.
Everybody is equally made by God. We are loved by God. And we are all beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank
okay,
you.
So Marie, what's your legacy? You made us step up.
I've been talking to God a lot about it, actually. And I asked him if, am I in the right direction? Am I doing where you want me to be? So I always ask him that question. I mean, I am very creative. I like doing projects. I like working with people. I like bringing them all together. I like to see someone be excited and reach their goals, their dreams. I want to see that. I want to see them, be able to do that with my help or with whatever program I create. That's why I have created programs like online branding class, so they can learn it on their own, how to be effective on networking, how they can, create a massive network of people that they can connect. I want to teach them all of that. And same thing with speaking, because I had fear of speaking before.
Oh my gosh, yes,
I couldn't
you did.
even say my name in a group of people, but now I'm not afraid of stepping up on stage and hosting and talking to moderating, regardless of my language. Sometimes there's the problem with the grammar. I'm not worried about it anymore because I know that I'm there to serve people, and I want to make sure that they get what they need from me in order for them to fulfill their goals.
Well, yeah. I mean, at the top of the show, we just picked like 5 or 6 random people that you helped get into the radio business / television. And you've been doing that since I've known you. I mean, it's incredible. And the opportunities you've given people are awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy where I'm going, but I still wanted to make sure I ask God about it.
Absolutely.
Well, anyway, I wanted to just make sure that you guys tune into Fabulous Lifestyle Radio. I hope that we have given you enough information. What is your legacy? Because everybody needs to know that. I think, when, death is there for all of us, but you have control of what you can do in your life and make a difference in other people's lives.
And you can learn from a lot of her guests. You go to kcaaradio.com.
Yes.
And man, there you go. You can watch it on YouTube, actually, and 20 other platforms as well. So if you miss it on one, you can pick it up on another one, and they're all archived.
Yeah.
And it's been great being your guest.
Well, I'm grateful for you, Ken. I'm grateful for Jonathan for always being there to film me, and Joe, the engineer. He is always here for us. And Mom, I really, really appreciate your kindness and your generosity that I have observed that you give to people. I mean, I learn a lot from you, but it's natural to you. And for me, I have to train myself a little bit more to get to that point. But I encourage everyone to, be nice to other people. Give them a compliment. Even just give them a smile or a good handshake. Because some people sometimes don't want to, give a good handshake. And for me, I think that is part of how you connect with people, is just be authentic and transparent and love people for the way they are. No more judgment.
It looks like we're about ready to wrap up this show.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much. This is Marie Antoinette Wade. And again, thank you everyone for tuning in to our show. This is the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio, and we are here every Sunday at 3:00 p.m., and we will see you next week. Thank you, everybody.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.